see this lovely concoction? I'm gonna take my stick it in it, shit blood into it, melt it, and then my ass with it!
Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers.
Make sure you check out our Patreon, where you get early access to all our videos as well as access to exclusive Patreon-only benefits.
Like access to the Discord, discounted merch, reaction polls, and exclusive Patreon-only videos. Links are all in the description. YouTube. Mataze dada. Alright, so check it. I'm not gonna put any gameplay in this video. This video is meant for you to drive and listen to, or wash dishes, or have it playing in the background while you cook. It's not meant for you to watch me the entire time. The only reason why I'm not putting gameplay and adding this like spectacular production is because it's gonna take a lot longer, because I have other videos that I need to do. It'll take a lot longer to get this video out, and I need to get it out while it's at the top of my mind. So we need to turn off the air conditioning. The fan is still on. I haven't showered. My hair's all fucked up. It's a hot mess, but I have to get this video out. Yesterday, I picked up The Last of Us Part 2, and I recorded an unboxing video. And in that video, the statue's actually right behind me for the collector's editions right here. In that video, I talk about how excited I was for this game, and how long I waited. Oh, Simba! All that good stuff. And the statue is actually one of the best collector's edition items I've gotten from a game that comes in the bundle. So like, for example, like the Max Payne one was really good. The Metal Gear Rising one was really good. Skyrim was fantastic. You know what I'm saying? So it's along those lines. Resident Evil 2 and 3, those have really good collector's editions. But that one was spectacular. It's like heavy, it's weighty, it's awesome. So right after I recorded that, I didn't edit it, I didn't do anything. I put the game in, I installed it, I turned it on, and I played it. I played it, I want to say 14 hours straight. Either 14 or 15 hours straight. Like straight. And then today I played it from 12 to 12. Something like that. Or 12 to like 11. Yeah, because we had just beat it. So it's 12:36 right now, and I beat it at like 11 o'clock. So I played it for a lot, like straight, because I've been waiting for this game forever. Last of Us 1 is probably my number 3 favorite game of all time, top 5, right? Or number 2. It's up there. It's one of the best games I've ever played in my life. I bought it for the PS3 when it came out. I bought it for the PS4 when it came out, and I beat it like multiple times on both versions. So I'm a huge Last of Us fan, right? Here comes Last of Us 2. Now my biggest issue, and Julie's just here for like support.
Emotional support.
My biggest issue with the game was the promotion of it. It misleads you hard. Now that first trailer, I don't know if it was the first trailer, that might have been the first trailer that came out of part 2, where Joel walks through the door, he kind of like comes in from the light, and he asks Ellie what she's doing, and she's like, I'm gonna kill everybody and all this other stuff. I kind of had an idea that he was dead, right? I felt he was dead. I made my mind he was dying. I knew, like, I didn't know how, I didn't know when, I just knew in that game he was dead. And I felt like that was a part that was on her brain, you see what I'm saying? Like something, so, she saw him in a vision or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And now that the game is out, that shirt that she wears during the game, he's already dead. So, right, here's my take on it. The gameplay is spectacular. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Spectacular gameplay. I had fun. I had fun, although my controller, the aim stick would spin me 360, so I was missing a lot of shots. But I was still having fun. Like, I would die and I would still be having fun. And I always play these games on like the harder difficulty. Not the hardest, but like the harder difficulty. Unless the hardest difficulty is the harder difficulty. So like if it's like easy, normal, hard, I'll play hard. But if it's easy, normal, hard, something else, I usually play the hard one. Just to make it a little bit more challenging, but not too hard where I'm not enjoying myself my first go around. So here's my problem with the game, right? Because it looks great, sounds great. We got the surround sound in here, so it sounds great. Played it in 4K, looks great, feels great, great. But you buy it for the story. I bought it for the story. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you because I didn't get spoiled. I managed to avoid that. My community managed like to make sure that there were no spoilers, so we were good over here. I got spoiled on smaller things, but we won't get into that. It's the story. You pay for the story, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that the story is trash. It's not trash. I just don't think it landed the way the first one did. So I'll give you an example, right? I was telling her when I first, because when I beat it, the credits cut and I sat here quiet for mad long. When I beat the first one, I knew that I witnessed history. I knew this was one of the best games I've ever played in my entire life. I knew I played an experience that it's gonna take a lot to do again, right? But this game, I was unsure how I felt when it ended. I wasn't sad, I wasn't mad. I was more kind of contemplating like what I'm gonna say, what I'm gonna do. And initially I was gonna make this video. If I would have played it and I was like, best game ever, I would have left it, right? And it might still very well be one of the best games I've ever played, playing, not necessarily watching, right? Here's my thing. I'm not a writer, and I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to be a writer. I'm not a writer, I don't write stories. I mean, I was writing my manga, I still need to finish that, but that's it. That's the extent of my writing. I'm not a director, I didn't go to school for this shit. It's just not what it is. I've played thousands of games, right? So I kind of feel like I know what I'm talking about, right? I feel Abby being the antagonist, fine. WLF, fine. What was the name of that group they ran into at the end? What's the name of them? The group at the end that was kidnapping people.
Something.
I don't know.
I don't remember. Oh.
Ravagers? Something,
yeah, like that.
Something like that. I don't remember what they were called, but that, like, if the game would have played out the way it did without Abby, I think I would have been fine. Now hear me out. If it was just a revenge story, right? She comes in, she smokes Joel, you have no idea why she did it. You go throughout the game, you find her, dead. It's simple, but it ain't hard, right? And I would have been like, cool, because you smoked my favorite character, and now I got revenge for it.
And then they like constantly rub salt in the wound.
Yeah, like
it's a game that, to me, it made me feel really bad the entire time.
Yeah, like
because they smoke him right in the beginning.
Yeah.
He's the reason you play the game, besides Ellie.
And then people keep bringing up the comparison, like Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 2. Let me explain the difference between what Kojima did and what, I guess, Neil Druckmann did, right? Kojima did the same thing. The advertisement was all Snake, and you get the game, and then second half of the game is Raiden. And you're like, yo, what the fuck? But here's the difference. Snake didn't die. His Snake is still there. And in Metal Gear 4, you play as Snake, right? And then he finally dies in that one for reasons, Kojima reasons, but he dies in that one, right? And then you could argue he did the same thing in Metal Gear Solid 5. In Ground Zeroes, you're playing as Big Boss. In Phantom Pain, you're playing as the medic, right? The Big Boss is still not dead, right? In this game, you fucking pulled the rug from under us, right? You smoked the character of the reason why I play the game. I play the game because of Ellie and Joel, right? Then you introduce me to these characters that I don't care about. Like, I felt like you were sitting here as I was playing as Abby, and she's doing these good deeds, like, oh, we gotta save them, and I felt like the game was trying to make me feel bad for the ending that was coming, right? And I'm like, but I don't want that, because you killed Joel and you put Ellie on this revenge quest, which then puts me on a revenge quest, because I'm like, oh, she's gotta get hers. You smoked Joel, we gotta smoke you now, right? But then the game makes these dumbass decisions, like, so we'll talk about Abby. When you have to, like you said, when you have to go to the hospital to get the supplies, and you fight that big ass boss, right? You get the supplies, you come back, you save the sister, and then the fucking kid runs off, and you're like,
and then the sister dies,
and then the sister gets smoked, and it was pointless. It was pointless. I don't remember a time, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember a time in the first one where you went on this like quest for and shit went wrong and it was for nothing, right? Like,
and it was for somebody, like, I feel like this one, it lacks a lot of character development.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, because you played how many hours did you play as this chick, and you still don't give a fuck?
I don't give a fuck about Abby.
Yeah, but in the other one, it's like it made you, like, care for, like, you didn't. Yeah. You were Joel in the beginning. You met Ellie, and you're like, damn, like, I really like Ellie, like.
Yeah.
But this chick is just like, hey, you're this chick, and it's
I murdered your favorite character. Now, live my life. Like, I don't care. Like, it'd be different if you made me play her in a flashback to see why she's mad. Cool, I get it, right? And then you made me fight Ellie. Like, I wanted to punch Ellie in the what the it's not bad. It's not bad. It's just not what I waited for and what I wanted. I wanted a continuation. I accepted Joel was gonna die from the game's inception. I knew he was gonna die. I knew something was gonna happen. I knew we were gonna meet new characters. I was cool with that. It's just the way that the game delivered the story. I felt like I was being punished for playing the game. And then you gave me no choices. Like I was telling you earlier, you gave me no choices, right? You made me send Ellie on this revenge quest, right? And then she finally accepts, fuck it, I got my ass beat. I'm not going after her no more. She finally accepts that, right? Then you send her back on this revenge quest, slaughtering her. I've killed so many people in this game, right? Slaughtering all these people, and then you finally get to Abby, and instead of going, listen, if you kill her, you got your revenge, but you lost everything, right? Versus if you let her go, you know what I'm saying? You feel better, you end the cycle, but you still lost everything, right?
Yeah.
I would pick smoke her. I'm smoking her, and I'm smoking Lev in the boat. I'm smoking both of y'all. I didn't come all the way over here to not smoke you, because then
you lost your girl, lost the kid,
you lost your fingers, and then the thing is like, it's like, ending the cycle of revenge, right? Why is it that Abby and Lev is ending the cycle of revenge? What about the father you smoked to get to Abby? What about the guard that got smoked with the bat by the prisoners? What about, like, I can name so many people.
Yeah, she killed Mel and Owen.
What about the Asian chick that was sitting there playing the Vita? What if she had a daughter? Like, there's so many people in here that could continue the cycle of revenge. You know what I'm saying? Why did it end at Abby? Instead of making the player feel better, because y'all, to be honest, the game put me in a lot of uncomfortable situations. Like, a lot of uncomfortable situations. One of them being fighting Ellie, which was a dope boss fight, but Abby should have died. Watching Tommy get shot in the face. Watching Jesse get shot in the face. Fucking watching Joel get clubbed with a fucking golf club. That sex scene. Fucking playing as Abby in the first place. And then the thing is, you play with Abby for so long, where I'm just like, I don't want to see her. She killed Joel. So the person that killed Joel, I have to stand behind the entire game and help her survive. Right? Now, I know that sounds weird because it's a video game. But as somebody who, you know, like, I like to get immersed, which is why we have the surround sound and the big ass TV. I like to be immersed when I play a game. I like to escape reality. I don't want to think about nothing. I just want to think about the game, right? But when you make me uncomfortable for fucking 2/3 of the whole game, I'm just like...
It's like, we don't want to see her having fun, or...
Word!
Like, we want to see her get smoked.
Smoked! When Ellie showed up in the aquarium, son, my heart was like in my ass. Cause I'm like, yo, what's about to happen? She gonna walk in here and get smoked? You know what I'm saying? And the entire time I thought she was gonna die. I thought Dina was gonna die. I just could not, like, I had mad anxiety, right? Playing these characters. And then when I'm playing as Abby fighting Ellie, I'm like, are you gonna make me kill her? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you gonna make me smoke one of my favorite characters? Like, of all time? Like, what the fuck is happening? When you come back, like, after you get smoked by Abby, and she beat your ass, when you go back home, right? When Dina was like, yo, get Ollie from the tractor, I'm like, damn, somebody's gonna come and shoot us and the baby's gonna die, right? And then you get the thing and you're sitting on it, I'm like, wow, that's a beautiful scene, but I'm on guard, like, I'm looking around to see if somebody's like creeping, right? Then it's like, all right, let's go back inside. So I go back inside, I'm like, damn, Dina's gonna be dead, right? Like, it's just, the game just put me through all these emotions that I did not like.
Like, gave you PTSD.
Yeah, like, I'm sitting here like, if the story was, Abby came, she, you know, even if it was the same way, she clubbed Joel to death with a golf club, right? And then let you go. And then you go on your revenge quest. You meet your characters from Jackson and all this other stuff. You go on your revenge quest, and then you have like, you know, you meet, I don't know, Nora, right? And Nora tells you why Abby wants to kill Joel. And then, you know, you play as Abby in a flashback to find out why. And then now you know why, but fuck her, because she killed Joel, so now you gotta go handle business. So then you go, right? And the game is mad long or whatever. Abby decides to create this new, you know, whatever. She leaves WLF and she decides, because she becomes a high rank or whatever, or she obsessed with power, whatever the fuck, right? Put your spin on it, right? And then she creates that new group that's at the end of the game, so you have to infiltrate that new group, right, to get to Abby, and then you finally get to Abby, and then you smoke her. Even if Ellie lost Dina and the kid, she lost her fingers, she lost Joel, Jesse died, fucking Tommy lost his eye and his leg, right? Even if all of that still happened, but I still was able to smoke Abby.
That's also, Tommy just was super out of character.
Yeah, like the revenge from Tommy.
He would have never been like, I want you to go on your own and get revenge for my brother. Let's just further get more people killed. Like, that's the last thing he would want. He would never want her to do that.
And then, like, he lost his wife when his wife was everything. You remember how apprehensive he was in the first game to take Ellie? You know what I'm saying? Then he
came back alive.
But he convinced his wife, like, yo, I'm gonna take Ellie, and then Joel was like, nah, I'm gonna take Ellie. You see what I'm saying? But he was still like, my wife.
But from what I saw, it was because of his obsession to try to get this chick.
Yeah.
That's why the relationship ended.
But that's crazy.
Because he wasn't even gonna go.
And then you just brought it to Ellie. Now, I get the PTSD because that's real. But, like, everything else is just... And I feel like I have to keep saying, it's not a bad story. It's just not the story that I wanted.
It's kind of like those movies you can only watch once.
Yeah, like, I don't know if I'll ever play this game again. And that sucks because of how many times I played the first one. I played the first one so many times. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, for this one, it's longer, and I appreciate that because every time I thought the game was over, it wasn't, right? But at the same time, I kind of was like, I want it to be over because I want to see how it ends.
Yeah, it wouldn't get better.
Yeah, I want to see how this ends because I'm sick of playing as Abby, and I'm sick of, waiting for Ellie to die. You know what I'm saying? Like, every corner, I felt like Ellie was gonna die, and I'm like...
I feel like they should have... I just wish they would have either given you more time with Joel.
Yeah.
Or just not killed him. and made the story
something else
different.
Yeah, like these people are coming kidnapping people, and you gotta go in there. Because I like the new faction. That faction at the end, I thought that was dope. Like they kidnapping people, they playing with, you know, runners and the infected. Like they fucking with them. Like I like that. So I'm like, oh word, like you could have had Ellie and Joel infiltrate that. Now granted, Joel is older. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he gets hurt and he can't go on. But my thing is from, you know, benefit of the doubt, sure, kill him anyway, right? Let's say that's the story. Kill him halfway into the story, right? Y'all doing your thing, and Jackson, everything's love, and then, you know, Abby comes and smokes you. And then the thing is Joel was doing something good for her. She should have been dead. And he saved her, and she still smoked him. And then the way she smoked him, I'm just like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. I'm sure that there are people that are that evil in the world, but it's like, fuck, bro, come on.
You didn't lose, like, I feel like you didn't lose that many. Like, you did lose a lot of people in the first one, but not that many. And also, you thought you were gonna lose Joel when he fell down on that spike.
Yeah.
But then, man, finding out he was alive just made you feel so good. And it's just like, I never felt good watching you play this game.
I didn't feel any semblance of happiness. Like, I just was like
with how bad things are in the world.
Yeah.
I don't think we need something that's just gonna make you feel worse.
I paid you, how much was that collector's edition? 180, I think.
Yeah, okay, 180.
So, we paid 180 for you to punish me. Like, I feel punished for playing this game. Like,
yeah, it's literally like you feel like shit.
It was just sad, and then at the end, you didn't even kill her.
You don't have your girl. You don't have your baby. You're just like alone in the world. You don't have Joel. You don't have Tommy. Like, it's just, I don't see the point in anything anymore.
Yeah, you're just now you're by yourself. And then if you sell us a Last of Us 3, I'm gonna be a little apprehensive because I do not want to play as Abby and Lev. I don't. There's no redeeming qualities of those characters that make me want to continue to play them. I already didn't want to play them in the first place, and you forced me to play them, and then now you want to make a game. I'm not saying this is happening, but if a Last of Us 3 comes out and they're the main characters, I'm probably gonna skip it.
Like, to me, also, I feel like they didn't spend, like, Lev didn't spend that much time with Abby for her to be like, yeah, I'm gonna freaking go through this impossible ass mission where I could die to get medicine for your sister, and then to go get you because you're trying to get your mom in an impossible island. Like, at least with Joel and Ellie, they were a lot of time together before Joel was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Also, he used to have a daughter. You know, there's just a lot more factors.
It just made a lot more sense.
It just made no sense. It made no sense. Yeah, I'm just gonna risk everything for you that I just met you, and your people tried to kill me, like, over and over and over, and it's just unsuccessful and unsuccessful. It's a waste of freaking time.
I just don't get why they made me play as Abby. I just don't get why you forced me to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'd rather be Tommy.
I don't want to be in the hands of the person who murdered my favorite character. Like, you forced me to do something I definitely did not want to do. And because I'm such a fan of the game, I sat here straight in the same spot 2 days playing this game straight because I'm like, nah, the payoff at the end is going to be great. Not to say the storytelling was bad, not to say the cinematics was bad or the directing was bad, because it wasn't. It's just not what I expected.
I feel like it's kind of like emotional abuse.
I don't know, man. I think they're going to have to put some DLC out, like how they did in the first one where they did the Left Behind DLC. I think you'll have to put some DLC out. Not to necessarily fix the problem.
Give you a different ending?
But not to do that, but to give me my feelings back. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just, like, fuck. Like, that was painful. It just...
That's what I mean. It's kind of like a bad relationship when someone's forcing you to do something that you really don't want to do, and it's like physically painful.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, the whole time he's like, I don't want to play as Abby. I don't, like, for as many hours as he played, he's like, bro, I don't want to play this chick anymore. And it's just like, I don't know. I don't see what pleasure they get from this. Or, like, I mean, everybody's goal is to, you know, make the person that's playing happy, or at least want to buy the next one, or at least enjoy the experience. And I literally enjoyed the experience up to where Joel died.
Right.
And that's it. I after that I was just like, I don't like this game anymore.
See, but
it was hard for me to like even stay focused.
For me, it was like, bet, all right, I'm embarking on this quest to smoke this bitch, and I thought it was just as simple as that. Let me go out and smoke this bitch. That's it. And then you made me feel bad about the way the game ended. Like, Ellie's alone now, and her life means nothing because Joel didn't allow her to
guitar.
Yeah, Joel didn't allow her to fucking die to save humanity. So since that didn't happen, now she's alone. She's no fingers, no kid, no Dina,
no doctors that can find the cure.
Nothing. She's just alone now. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, why did you fucking do that to me? Like, why did you do that to me? That is not what I was expecting the outcome of this game to be. I knew Joel was gonna die, and I accepted that, and I was fine with that. I was cool up until the game came out. I was cool with Joel dying. Seeing it happen sucked because they kept showing his fucked up, beat up face. Like, they keep just showing that shit.
His freaking skull with a golf club.
They just keep showing
shoot
it.
Him.
Word,
shoot him once.
And
execution style even, but not that. That was like, you heard it.
That shit was OD, but I accept it because I thought the game was gonna go one way and it ended up going a different way. I'm not happy that was the Last of Us game. If that was a different game, I'd have been fine with that. But the fact that it's a Last of Us game and this is the continuation, so if I play The Last of Us 1 and then right after put in The Last of Us 2, it feels different. It just doesn't feel like The Last of Us. You see, like, it just doesn't.
It doesn't leave like a good impression.
Yeah, like I don't feel like I'm gonna remember this. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna remember it for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you remember what they did with Joel? You remember what they did?
I'm telling you, it's PTSD, but in video game style.
Yeah, I don't know. I still liked the game. I just probably wouldn't play it again, just because I just don't feel right. I just don't feel right. I don't feel right what they did with the characters. I don't feel right about what they did with the world. I just don't feel right because like
I feel like I need to watch something else to get me out of this.
Yeah, Ellie was such a dope character, and so was, like, their dynamic. Ellie and Joel was such a dope dynamic. You know what I'm saying? And it just, the first 2 hours of the game is just, you know what I'm saying? And even as I was playing, I was like, yo, Ellie's complaining a lot. She's doing a lot of huffing and puffing. I don't want to do this. Like, this doesn't feel like the upbeat Ellie that I remember. Now, granted, it's because of the lie, right? But if we're playing the day that Joel died, right? The night before, she wanted to start forgiving Joel again. So maybe she could have been the happy-go-lucky Ellie. You know what I'm saying? That she should have been. But then
she lost him, and it's like she felt like, damn, I didn't even have enough time to refocus.
I'm just talking about the beginning of the game. The beginning of the game is you playing the day Joel died, right? So she should have been upbeat and happy and stuff like that, because the night before, as the ending shows, you know, she was like, I want to start to forgive you. So she shouldn't have been as angry as she was. I don't know, those are my thoughts. I don't think it's bad. I don't think anybody should not buy the game. I guess I'm just disappointed that was the story that I got and it wasn't the payoff that I thought I was going to get. That's it. Like, I'm disappointed at how uncomfortable the game made me.
Yeah, it's to me, it's just mad cringy, and I feel like you spend way too much time playing Abby.
Yeah, I didn't need that much time as Abby, because it didn't make me go, damn, you know what, maybe we shouldn't smoke her. It just made me want to smoke her more.
I would rather more Ellie Dina. Like,
yeah. Or anything.
Which is why
Ellie Jessie,
we bought the game.
Yeah, like anybody. Just not Abby. I didn't.
Or even more Tommy, man. Like, damn.
Yeah. I just wasn't feeling that.
Why couldn't it have been like, hey, like Joel, I know you made this mistake. You know what? Let's go and try to find someone else that could find this cure.
Something.
Yeah. But you have to be okay if it comes down to me having to die. I would have rather that.
Well, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you thought. If you are only talking about the leaks, I don't want to hear it. I only want to listen to people who actually played the game. Like, tell me what you feel after playing and beating the game. I don't care about people who saw the leaks. But let's have a discussion. That's just my thoughts. I'm not going to say don't buy it. I'm not gonna say it wasn't worth it. It just the story didn't. It just didn't quite do it for me. But anyway, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.